Okay, the proof of ASA congruence. Okay, other proofs are not such important. This is a one proof which we will be discussing here. Other congruence property proof we have not discussed, that are not such important. But this proof is very important. Proof of angle side angle congruence. So proof of angle side angle congruence, that means if we are given up with two triangles, that is triangle ABC and triangle DEF, and it is given that two of the corresponding angles are equal, that is angle B and angle E are angle B equals to angle E, angle C equals to angle F, and one side is also included, side is equal, then we have to prove that the two triangles are congruent. So that means we don't have to apply ASA property without using the ASA congruence. We have to prove. So we can also include this thing without using ASA congruence or congruence property, without using congruence property. So let us have a look at the question. So first of all, what we need to do is we will be drawing the figures. So first we have drawn the figures, that is triangle ABC and triangle DAF, and what is given to us, that is angle B is equal to angle E, BC is equal to EF, angle C is equal to angle F. What we have to prove? We need to prove that triangle ABC is congruent with triangle DEF. Okay, so there are three cases. Okay, we don't have to use the property, that is we don't have to use ASA rule. So we will be looking at first case, that is case 1. Case 1, we have to take the assumption that if triangle ABC and triangle DEF, let us take first assumption that the side AC is equal to side DF. Okay, side AC is equal to DF. So then if side AC is equal to DF, then there is no problem. We cannot use SAS rule using ASA congruence rule. Okay, we cannot use ASA congruence rule, but we can use SAS congruence here. SAS, using SAS congruence we will prove this. So how we will prove? Let us see. So first case, if side AC is given equal to DF, this is the assumption. Okay, so AC is equal to DF, this is assumption. So we will start here. I prove in triangle ABC and triangle DEF, AC is equal to DF by assumption, and angle C is equal to angle F, it is given. Angle C is given equal to angle F. AC and DF we have taken by assumption, and BC is equal to EF, it is also given. So it's very simple, we can apply the side angle side congruence. By SAS congruence, we say that triangle ABC is congruent with triangle DEF by SAS congruence. Okay, we don't have to apply ASA congruence in the question. It would be coming like that, without using ASA congruence rule, you have to prove that triangle ABC is congruent with triangle DEF. So for this is the proof of ASA congruence also. Okay, proof it can also come in this way, that prove that if two angles of a triangle are equal and the included side are equal, then prove that the two triangles are congruent, then also you will be doing the same thing. Okay, so this is the first case, that if AC is equal to DF. Now the second case we will take, that if AC is not equal to DF, suppose. So if AC is not equal to DF, then AC can be either greater than DF or AC can be either less than DF. So case 2, that is side AC is not equal to DF. So here are two things. So first we will be assuming that AC is less than DF. Okay, so AC is less than DF. So AC is not equal to DF. So we have assumed let AC is less than DF. In the third case we will be looking at AC greater than DF. Okay, so if AC is less than DF, then what will happen? Okay, AC is less than DF, so we will, that means DF is greater than AC. So let us take some point D dash. Okay, we will take a point D dash on DF, D dash on point DF, such that AC becomes equal to D dash F. Okay, we have taken point D dash such that AC is equal to D dash F. Okay, now we will be starting in triangle ABC and triangle DEF, D dash EF, D dash EF. If we join D dash with E, so we have formed another triangle D dash EF. Okay, so A, B, C and D dash EF, these are the two triangles we are taking. Now we can see that AC is equal to D dash F. Why? By assumption. We have taken that point D dash such that AC is equal to DF, this D dash F, this is the assumption, and this D dash F and AC equal. Angle C is equal to angle F. This is given in the question, that angle C and angle F are equal. And one more thing is that BC is equal to EF. This is also given in the question. Okay, that is this BC and EF are equal. So by side angle side congruence, we say that triangle AC, triangle ABC is congruent with triangle D dash EF. Okay, now if triangle ABC is congruent with triangle D dash EF, then we can also say, since the corresponding angles, corresponding parts of congruent triangles are also equal, so we can say that angle ABC is equal to angle D dash EF by CPCT. Hope there will be no problem in that. Now if this is the case, that ABC is equal to D dash EF, and it is also given in the question that angle ABC is also equal to angle DEF. Angle B is given equal to angle E. This is given in the question. Okay, so if I assume this is equation 1 and this one as equation number 2, so from 1 and 2 we can say that since the RHS is same, that is ABC and ABC, both ABC in the RHS, so the LHS will also be same, that is DEF will be equal to angle D dash EF. And if this is the case, then D dash therefore will coincide with D. Okay, D dash will coincide with D, and if D dash will coincide with D, that means that AC will be equal to DF. Hence proved. This is what we have to prove. If D dash is coinciding with D, that means the AC will be equal to DF. Since AC is equal to D dash F, so AC will also be equal to DF. Understood? Now we will move to the third case. Now third case is that if AC is not equal to DF, then either AC less than DF, that we have seen in the second case, or AC is greater than DF. This is the third case. If AC is greater than DF, then what will happen? So if AC is greater than DF, we will take a point on DE, that is point, name that point be D dash, on DE, this side now. Okay, this point we have taken as D dash on DE, such that AB becomes equal to D dash E. AB becomes equal to D dash E. So if this is the case, okay, so if AC is greater than DF, so we will take a point D dash on E, such that DE, such that the D dash E will be equal to AB. Now, as if AC is greater than DF, then it is but obvious that AB will not be equal to DE. If AC is greater than DF, then AB will be greater than DE. So therefore we will be taking a point on DE as D dash, such that AB becomes equal to D dash E. Okay, again I am repeating, if AC is greater than DF, then it means that AB will also be greater than DE. And if this is so, so we are taking a point D dash on DE such that AB becomes equal to D dash E. Now again, if AB becomes equal to D dash E, so we can take the triangles as triangle ABC and triangle D dash EF. So in triangle ABC and triangle D dash EF, so we can write AB equals to D dash E by assumption. We have assumed this. Angle B, that is ABC, is equal to angle E. This is given, that is D dash EF. This angle and this angle is given equal. And BC is equal to EF. This is also given. So we can apply again side angle side congruence, that is SAS, side angle side congruence. By side angle side congruence, we say that triangle ABC is congruent with triangle D dash EF by SAS congruence. Okay, so if this is the case, then we can say that AB is equal to D dash E. Sorry, we can say that the third side, AB and BC we have taken, third side is AC, will be equal to D dash of F. Third side is this. AC will be equal to D dash of F. And we are given up that, and by CPCT we can also say that angle ACB is equal to angle D dash FE. ACB, CPCT, we can say that angle ACB is equal to angle D dash FE, and we also know that angle ACB is equal to angle F. Angle C is equal to angle F as given in the question. So we can say that angle ACB is equal to angle DFE. So this is given. So by these two equations, that is equation 1 and 2, from 1 and 2 we can say that since the LHS left hand side is equal, so the right hand side will also be equal. That is angle D dash FE is equal to angle DFE. This will be possible only if D dash coincide with D, and if D dash is coinciding with D, if D dash is coinciding with D, that means what? D dash is coinciding with D, that means DF will be equal to AC. That means AC will be equal to DF. So we have proved that whether AC is equal to DF or AC is not equal to DF means we have proved that the third side AC will be equal to DF, and if it is so, then we can apply SAS congruence and say that triangle ABC will be congruent with triangle DEF. Okay, by side angle side congruence, triangle ABC is congruent with triangle DEF. So this is the proof of side angle side congruence. Okay, understood? In all the three cases we have proved that AC is equal to DF. So if AC is equal to DF and the angles are also given equal, so we can say, and the side is also given equal, one side and two angles are given equal, so by SAS congruence we can apply here, and we say that the two triangles ABC and DEF will be congruent with each other. In case number 2 also we can write here, after this step AC is equal to DF, we can write here that triangle ABC is congruent with triangle ABC. I am not having the space, so I am not writing here. In the first case I have already written that triangle ABC congruent with triangle DEF. Here also we can write, or rather I will write very small, that triangle ABC is congruent with triangle DEF. So we have proved in all the three cases whether side AC is equal to DF, then it is ABC and DEF are congruent, and if the side AC is not equal to DF, side AC is less than DF, then also triangle ABC is congruent with triangle DEF, and if the side is AC is greater than DF, then also we have proved that triangle ABC is congruent with triangle DEF. So that's all. Thank you so much, and we will be discussing about the exercises questions in the next class.